Welcome back to Legs 11 Adventures. Today, we're leaving behind the busy streets, colorful souks and endless sounds of Marrakech to discover one of the city's best-kept secrets, a place where history, architecture and nature come together in perfect harmony. Bear with us walking through these alleys to the Secret Garden. Hidden behind plain walls in the heart of the Medina lies Le Jardin Secret, or the Secret Garden. At first glance, you would never imagine what awaits inside. From the outside, it looks like just another building among the maze of narrow alleyways. But once you step through its doors, the noise of the city fades away, replaced by birdsong, flowing water and the fragrance of flowers. For centuries, this remarkable place remained hidden from the public. It has witnessed the rise and fall of dynasties, political intrigue, royal power, abandonment and, finally, one of the most impressive restoration projects in modern Morocco. If there is one place in Marrakech that truly captures the spirit of the city, it is the Secret Garden. Hidden behind high, unassuming walls in the heart of the ancient Medina, it is a peaceful oasis where history, architecture, engineering, and nature come together. As we walk through these peaceful gardens today, it is difficult to imagine that this place has existed, in one form or another, for more than 400 years. The story begins during the 16th century, when Morocco was ruled by the powerful Saadian Dynasty. This was a golden age for Marrakech. The city flourished as a center of trade, culture, religion and learning, attracting merchants, scholars and travelers from across Africa, Europe and the Middle East. The Saadian rulers transformed Marrakech into one of the most magnificent cities in North Africa. They built grand palaces, beautiful mosques, public fountains and elegant gardens that reflected both their wealth and their vision. One of the city's most ambitious developments was the Mouassine district. It was designed as an impressive neighborhood, complete with a mosque, library, hammam, public fountain and luxurious private residences. Unlike public buildings, this palace was built for members of Morocco's ruling elite. Behind high walls, the owners enjoyed privacy, luxury and peaceful gardens away from the crowded streets outside. But these gardens were much more than places of beauty. In Islamic tradition, gardens symbolize paradise. This could be the reason why Islamic gardens are carefully designed. For centuries, only the owners and their guests were allowed inside. Today, visitors can wander through its magnificent gardens and discover one of Marrakech's best-preserved historic riads. Water is always central. It represents life, purity, and renewal. The gardens are often divided into 4 sections, symbolizing the rivers of paradise. Trees provide shade from the intense Moroccan sun, while fragrant flowers create an atmosphere of peace and reflection. Every detail has meaning. Today, as we stroll through Le Jardin Secret, you can hear the gentle sound of fountains and flowing water. Creates a sense of calm. History is never without change. Towards the end of the 17th century, the Saadian Dynasty came to an end. Political power shifted, and many of Marrakech's magnificent buildings were abandoned or destroyed. The original palace that once stood here gradually disappeared. For many years, the site fell into decline. Nature slowly reclaimed the gardens, while the elegant buildings crumbled with the passing decades. Yet, beneath the surface, the foundations remained. Nearly 2 centuries later, during the 19th century, the story of this remarkable place began again. A powerful political figure named al-Hajj Abd-Allah U-Bihi purchased the property. Rather than beginning from scratch, he chose to build upon the original Saadian foundations. He commissioned one of the finest palaces in Marrakech. Master craftsmen spent years creating intricate cedar wood ceilings, colorful zellige tilework, carved plaster walls, and beautiful fountains. The gardens were carefully redesigned, once again becoming places of peace and elegance. Visitors today can still admire the extraordinary craftsmanship of Moroccan artisans, whose traditional skills have been passed from one generation to the next for centuries. Like many powerful men throughout history, U-Bihi eventually became caught in political rivalries. According to historical accounts, his growing influence caused concern within the royal court. It is said that he was eventually poisoned after drinking tea. Whether every detail of the story is true or not, it reminds us that political life in those days could be extremely dangerous. Power often came with enormous risks. Following his death, ownership of the palace passed into the hands of another important figure within Moroccan society. In the early 20th century, another distinguished resident arrived. His name was al-Hajj Mohammed Loukrisi, who had once served as the chamberlain to Sultan Moulay Abdallah. After Morocco came under French rule in 1912, the Sultan left the country, and Loukrisi made this palace his permanent home. For many years, These beautiful rooms hosted important guests and represented one of Marrakech's most prestigious private residences. Life within these walls would have been peaceful, elegant, and filled with the traditions of Moroccan hospitality. Sadly, nothing lasts forever. When Lucrece died in 1934, the palace slowly entered another long period of decline. Ownership became divided among family members, and without regular maintenance, roofs began to leak. Wooden beams weakened, decorative plaster cracked, gardens became overgrown, the fountains stopped flowing. Quite typical. For decades, this magnificent palace stood forgotten behind its walls. Most people walking through the Medina had no idea that such beauty still existed just beyond the narrow streets. Thankfully, the story does not end there. In the early 21st century, historians, architects, and conservation experts recognized the importance of preserving this remarkable site. An ambitious restoration project began. This was not simply a renovation. It was an extraordinary effort to restore the palace using traditional Moroccan building techniques. Master craftsmen carefully repaired carved cedar wood. Beautiful zellige tiles were recreated by hand. Intricate plasterwork was restored piece by piece. Ancient water channels were brought back to life. Even the gardens were replanted using historical records to recreate the atmosphere of centuries past. After years of dedicated work, Le Jardin Secret finally reopened its doors to the public in 2016. For the first time in generations, visitors could experience this hidden oasis. Walking through these gardens is like walking through the pages of Moroccan history. I hope you've enjoyed joining me on this journey through one of Marrakech's hidden gems. If you're planning a visit to Morocco, I would highly recommend adding Le Jardin Secret to your itinerary. It's a peaceful escape from the crowds and a wonderful opportunity to experience centuries of history, architecture, and traditional Moroccan garden design. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Legs 11 Adventures, and turn on notifications so you never miss another adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next adventure.
Hey, Nat, did you hear that?
What?
She wants to be part of this garden tour. Wait.
Yeah, there was something on the left. There was something on the
Wait.
left. Turn the camera to the left. Hi.
Okay, I'll turn the camera to the left. Oops.
Yeah, I saw something on the left.
The girl wants to left. There?
Yeah, what's that? Is that a basket?
Oh yeah, somebody's been doing some tidying up.
Ah,
But
okay.
you look at these trees. It's amazing. When your garden matures, maybe hopefully to look at. You know they've got citrus lemon trees everywhere. And I thought we thought there was oranges, so I peeled one and I mixed it. And it was very bitter. This is that tree. It's in Nat Monique's garden. What is it called? The palm tree? No. Is it? In yeah, those yellow flowers. Hope says, yeah, we used to suck nectar out of them.